Good afternoon, students. Now that we have finished the novel in detail, I will just give you a brief summary of the important concepts that you should keep in mind, right, especially while answering questions in the exam. So please make sure that you know the name of the novel and the name of the author well, and the book was published in 1968. Okay, so these are some of the book covers of the novel that I would like to share with you. And what is so interesting about these is the way it kind of blurs the boundary between what is human and what is animalistic, or animal and human and android. All these categories are blurred in the world of the novel. So we really don't know whether someone is a human being or someone is an android, or what is it that really distinguishes them from each other. So take a look at these book covers, which are very interesting. Here what I have provided for you is a list of the characters, because often what happens in the course of the novel is that you get confused as to which character is an android and who is not an android or who is human being, right? So this list will serve as a reference for you, helping you to sort of not get confused, right? So I have the three categories charted out for you. The third category I have listed as the media characters, right, because they kind of inhabit another kind of world which is somewhere between the real and the unreal, if you understand what I'm trying to say. Okay, so if you remember a little bit about the context of the novel, what has happened in the novel is that a great war has taken place called World War Terminus, which has led to this kind of radioactive destruction of the whole Earth. Planet Earth is destroyed, right? And very few people are remaining, and even those who are remaining, they migrate to Mars. When you talk about the animal life, most of the animal life has been destroyed. Okay, species have become extinct, they have been killed off because of the actions of human beings, right? But still human beings are busy getting pets for themselves, because in this new world that Philip Dick imagines for us, pets are the new status symbol, right? So these are a few lines from the novel which talk about the destruction of wildlife and bird life that is witnessed. Okay, if you have, any of you have watched the movie Blade Runner, it is a movie which is based on this novel, right? So this is a scene from the movie. What is happening in this scene is that Rick Deckard, who is part of the police force, okay, and he's called, his profession is that of a bounty hunter. So what he's doing in the novel is that he's testing. There are a series of tests called empathy test, through which it is determined whether a character is a human being or an android, because like I told you in the beginning, the boundaries are all blurred. So this is a scene from Blade Runner where Rick Deckard is carrying out an empathy test to find out whether the person in question whom he is testing is an android or a human being. And as we also discussed this idea of banality of evil by Hannah Arendt, okay, you can apply it to the context of the bounty hunters, people like Rick Deckard, who think that killing androids is not wrong because they rationalize for themselves that androids, after all, not human beings, okay, and they justify their actions by saying that they are just fulfilling their duty, their obligation, as though their professional life is very different from their private beliefs, right? So here is where we use this concept. And if you go back to the idea of Kant, we began this course with a discussion of Foucault and Kant, so you can connect it with that too. This is one important painting which I discussed with you called The Scream by Edvard Munch. Okay, what happens in this is that a person is just screaming out loud. Okay, in the context of the novel, it is very interestingly interpreted, right? Looking at this painting, one of the killers of androids says that this is how an android must feel. If you read the text, cut off by or despite its outcry, I think Finrich said that this is how an anti must feel. And also, this is also something we have discussed before, how you can do a feminist critique of the novel. To do that, you can take the aid of Irigaray, who discusses women as commodities or goods circulated in the marketplace. So there are many themes in this novel. One of them is the status of women. So this is a science fiction novel. So as you know, if you know even a little about science fiction novels, they are set in the future, they are futuristic. So even in the future, with all of the technological advancements, what we see is that the condition of women has not changed much. They are just commodities being exchanged among men, right, to meet the goals and purposes of men. Okay, and all that we read in this novel, okay, something which was written in 1968, and it is very, almost a very weird feeling when you see that all of these things which Philip Dick talks about, and a lot of science fiction novelists for that case, they talk about all of these developments which are futuristic. And if you think of what is happening today in our society, robots are increasingly becoming a reality, and lifelike robots where they can perform a number of tasks that human beings can at half the time. So obviously they are posing a veiled threat to human beings, right? So this is the photo of Sophia the robot, who is a real robot which was created in 2016 by Hanson Robotics Limited. So if you look at the features of this robot, she can simulate a full range of facial expressions. Okay, she has also been given citizenship of Saudi Arabia. So the world that Philip Dick has been envisioning, where human and androids, there is a confusion between who, is becoming more and more real. Also, what is becoming real is the large-scale destruction of planet Earth envisioned by Dick in this novel, where all of wildlife has been done away with, right? Because of human greed, they have kind of ravaged the planet Earth. So I've included this picture here, which is a picture I took in Pune a few months ago. These are basically dead birds which have probably fallen off a tree. We do not know what they have died, so I just found them strewn around on the pavement. Okay, so this is also somewhere, it reminded me of Philip Dick's vision of a world which has been destroyed by human actions. So I hope you got some of the concepts clarified. Thank you so much.